Hello. Yeah, so this shows the problem, current problem. One task releases the mutex, and then another task immediately gets it. And this task then starts running. Not this task. But then it locks up again because it says it's already locked. Oh yeah, by itself. So that has to be changed. This is inside lock setter, inside a function that is calling this. So here, inside this function. Huh. Okay, how do I get out of here? Control C should have worked, but it didn't. Why? Right, the problem is that if this lock here returns false, then we called it, and we called it because shader resources was true, and if this then returns false, then this is true, so the whole thing is true. So in progress becomes true, and this is still true, and in progress is true, so we end up here. Return false. Now think about it, I might have other locks that I'm not sure if I want to keep them. It's starting to get a little bit too annoyingly difficult. Yeah, I don't know. Might as well just re-enter this point, I guess. Keep everything. If in progress, return false, and then we want to enter this point again, but pretending that we return true. So even inside this function. It's not really possible, but lock set layout binding. Lock descriptor sets. Hello, Ellen. Yeah, the call to this lock here must be viewed as having blocked. So upon re-entry, I want to pretend that we are here again, in other words, and then return true. In other words, return true here. In other words, return true here, which makes in progress false, and first shader resource still true. And so we want to enter here, and then this is now false, so we skip that, so we have to enter at this point. That's inside the scope, slightly annoying. Let's see what else we did before this. Oh, quite a lot. Plus I'm inside a for loop, inside 2 for loops even. Yeah, it's not easy at all. Probably better to just unlock it. If I enter this, damn it. Ellen, yeah, I use my own IO libraries. I try to have everything unlinked. So IO is a shared resource. So if 2 threads try to use the same output, then they have to do with each other. And I don't want it. Hello, plan B. I can set a boolean on this function so that I know that it is the second time that we enter it. But I think that at the very least, okay, I can redo this. It's going to reproduce the same thing. And I can keep these local maybe, but not really. Maybe. But I could do this per set index and then keep track of the last set index that I processed or the current set index that I processed. So if I make this a member variable of the object, I can re-enter it as if we enter at the top of this loop. And then we redo this and this and this. We just redo everything inside the set index. It should work, I think. Yeah, so re-entering here sets first shader resource to true. The fact that I did hang on that mutex also means that first shader resource was true, so I might as well re-enter from top this for loop. It should be at the beginning of that factor. So now these things change state, so I can just do them again. And then I call this, and now I should not call this, but pretend that it succeeded. Wow, yeah. Okay, congrats, meme guy. Lock. Okay, I can do that, but what if it succeeds and we get to this next set index? Succeeding means we do get a lock. I'm not calling it again, so we're not going to exit this function again. And then I'm going to get at the end of this for loop here. Yeah, so we are definitely going to exit this for loop. Not returning, because we're not trying to lock again. Have match that unlocks immediately, and or we add it to set indexes. Now imagine I add something to missing descriptor set layouts and set indexes. And then the next set index we run into a lock here. So I'll leave the function and then enter from the top. And if then I enter with the set index where I left off, then the set indexes and missing descriptor set layouts get reset because they are local. So what I probably want to do instead is process them before I leave. I think the set indexes are pretty independent. Which means that I need to be able to call everything below this point as a function. Let me try to compile that and then see what data I have to pass on to it, right? So I'm going to make a break here. So I'm ending this function here. We're beginning a new function, and this function I will call well, what is it doing? It's updating, adding handles and unlocking. I know, it's boring. Well, normally we just would run from here, run right to there, so I'm adding here a function. And now we still have the same code, except that I did break the scope here. So certain things are definitely going wrong. But this is always and only called from this function. In fact, it's so much only called from this function. Nah, I thought I was going to make it a local function, but I need a lot of access to the members of the current object, the shader input data. Let's add this one under allocate and update. Allocate and update. That's not true. Wait a minute. Well, it is true, because it is calling this at the end. This is more blocking and gathering. Yeah, this function doing the allocating. This function doing the allocating, the updating, adding handles and the unlocking. Almost everything. And this function is only figuring out which descriptor set already exists. This function is doing more. I'm going to remove the allocate because either it becomes 2 sentences long, this if we include the next thing, or just, yeah, I don't know. The name now reflects more like what it does, except that the fact that it also ends with calling update, adding handles and unlocking. So I want to add this below. Yeah, this one, allocate updates, which I renamed. Allocate, update, add handles and unlocking. Now I changed it so much I cannot remember that. I think I removed the update here, right? Update missing descriptor sets. And I should rename this as well, I guess. Do something else. Too many changes at once. Update missing descriptor sets. This is still an allocate here. Allocate update, yes, that's a new function. I have to keep that one. So, no, nobody knows where we were. Update missing descriptor sets. The bottom. Right, okay, so okay, descriptor sets, entering allocate, nope, and entering update, allocate update, Okay, let's try to fix the compile errors now. Smoke. And there I was, thinking you were an intelligent person. Smoking is about the most stupid thing you can do with your life. What was the error here? Owning window is not declared. Oh, thank God. I really scared me there, man. Smoking is so fucking stupid. Really. Well, maybe if you're 13 and your peer pressure talks you into it, in that case you're just lacking good uprising, but I've lived a long life, and I've seen a lot of people who, yeah, become chain smokers and ruin their life, ruin their health. Not even talking about the money that it costs. It is something you really, really do not want to have in your life. Smoking. Bad, bad, bad habit. Anything that's addictive is not a good idea to start with, except programming. It's extremely addictive, but nah. I'm probably doing very unhealthy stuff myself, for example, because I'm addicted to it, but it's not a substance. We talked about this earlier. In the end, it's psychological addiction is the big problem here. So let's say addiction to gambling is also not a substance, but it's probably up there with addictions to cocaine. Yeah, maybe I should calculate addictions to programming and internet and gaming also under addiction. I don't know, at least I still think about that differently. With smoking, I don't see any reason. It's even not nice the first time. It's first times. While gaming is. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would stay far away from the teachers that smoke. And for the rest, yeah, you're treated as an adult, I guess. More like equal to the teachers. But you say, like, I have to get into it. You said you don't have to stand up when the teacher comes. Don't translate that into that you don't have to have respect. But I think you can have respect without standing up. Okay, clearly I have to pass owning window, because that's what we're using here. Certainly if it is just a parameter of the previous function. And I have to add it to the header as well. So annoying. No, please write down immediately. I bet the pipeline factory is also necessary. Let me go ahead and check that. What was it? Pipeline factory? Pipeline factory. It is being used. It's like down there. Is this function? Yep, okay, so let's copy that one as well. Pipeline factory, and also add this to the header. Well, it is standing up, just psychology. They need order in the class, otherwise they cannot teach anything. And they can maintain order more easy if they have a strong authority. So we're making a random rule, like you have to stand up when the teacher comes in. They automatically get this authority, and then they can keep the order. But now you have come to an age where they expect you to be responsible and keep the order yourself. If you're going to make noises or look the other way, actually, if you're going to sit backwards on your chair and play games on your phone, they won't say anything. It's your life. But if you make noises so they cannot teach, then then you are not. Then you should not be on a university, in the university. And you are not responsible. I think I just added that, so I can go back. The only problems I had with professors at the university was when they have been teaching something their whole life, they kind of build their self-esteem on it. So if you point out that they make a mistake, and they realize they have been doing that for the last decade, that doesn't work. They don't like that. Maybe it's better if you see that they teach something and they just do it wrong than to say nothing and talk about it with someone else who is very knowledgeable, one-on-one. And to make sure that you don't make a mistake. Missing the scriptal set layouts was not declared in this scope. I guess I can pass these two as well as arguments. This bloody thing works as a pushback. Oh, right, that's no problem. It's a normal vector, isn't it? For a moment I thought, yeah, it's a normal vector. Let's just pass that. Yeah, not like that. Okay. Yeah, what else do we miss? No idea. Let's hope not much. I forgot to update the header. Yeah, I have to repeat the namespace, using namespace. I don't even think I have that. Let's add it as well. Debugging output for allocate owning window. Why is this not printing the factory? I'm using NeoVim. Okay, now I'm stumped. I just added the namespaces. As we get an error here. Vulkan descriptor set index. Oh, right, yeah, that's in the header. Just descriptor. No, what now? Why? Oh, I get it. Yeah, well, this scriptor as well here then. This iptor. Yeah, now, pipeline factory update missing the scriptor set was not declared in the scope. I did not mean end, but I should have removed the end there. It just exists once. I forgot to remove the end. Also need to set binding map. Oh, yeah. Well, set binding map is the last argument, so I just have to pass all the arguments to our new function. Let's add them there. It's gonna complain about not understanding what set binding map is. No, it's not. Compile. Almost. Return true. Error return statement. Oh, well, like that. Return statement. Really? Yeah. Yeah, there's no other return here. Return. That's the previous function. So I think what I really want is just I can remove this. I'm just going to make it, well, it is a void, and then I'm going to return true here after that call. That compiled. So now I have done nothing. I just split it up in two functions. I need to make I have the feeling, and the nasty thing is that it's so hard to test. At some point this is going to work for the current test application, but it doesn't mean that it really works. It just means that it works for the current test application. It starts to bother me. Okay, anyway, I need to make this setIndex a variable of the class. I guess I can put it below mSetIndexInt, and then I can call it just mSetIndex. I mean, whatever. Getting so tired of this function now. Yeah, and I'm constructing it as a 0. Do I not need some kind of initialization somewhere? Probably. How about I initialize it the moment that the mSetIndex itself is initialized? Now it is undefined. So I'm going to define this to 0 whenever I define that one. Jump back, this must not be descriptor. In the function after this one. Yeah, maybe I should add the other one as well. But this one is calling the other one. I don't know. Let's leave it at this function. I think it's initialized right there. So I can just initialize the other one out too here. And then we can go back to this function and initialize shader per. No, not really. Update missing descriptor sets. Okay, so now this one is not going to use setIndex, but we're going to use mSetIndex. However, I don't want to change the code everywhere, so I'm just going to copy mSetIndex. And then we start running from there. God, why is this bot so slow? Is Nightbot even here? There it is. Pretty useless if you ask me. Okay, setIndex starts with at mSetIndex. Which I think makes it a re-entrant. And then when I'm doing a return here, then we are going to make use of it. meaning that I need to remember what it was. So we're going to try again with that set index, or we call this function again. But if the set index, if we already did something, then why not immediately, or why not? And then I have to call function at the end, this function. And then return false. So might as well do this. And I think this should take care of my deadlock. Or am I mistaken? I don't know. Let's just try what we have now. No. It's not finished yet. I also have to pass a boolean that says that we are re-entrant. So this have lock is going to tell me that I already have the lock. And then if that is true, I'm gonna fix the call inside first. Now, of course, I can't remember. I added to the end, right? I think so. Okay, so here now I have to pass if we have the lock or not. And we have the lock if we called it before and then it returned false. So if we got here and we re-enter it, re-enter the function, then we do have the lock. So that must be an M have lock. Which I then have to add to the pipeline factory. Yeah, I think feeling like initialize it here as well. Where do I have the lock? I have the lock. This is not the right place. It has to do with call to handle. And the lock is false. So we come here and lock set to false. Then we call handle. Shader resource creation requests. This is not sometimes skipped. We always get here, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. We always get here, and then here it sets state to initialize shader resources per set index, which is this one. Create shader resources might be skipped. And better to set it here, I guess. So we set it to false here. Yeah, this is better. Set it to false here, and then we call this function with false. If that fails, set it to true. And we wait till we get a log. That should be renamed to something that says that we actually get the log, I guess. Now we re-enter this point, and now we pass true. I need to rename this. What is a better description? Wait for getting the log, right? Which log? Set binding. I think it was called set layout binding log. Obtained log. What other condition do I have? Create shader resources. Also not a really nice name, I must say. Let's rename both to something better. So here it tries to acquire the create log. And this signal is signaled when that's when at first it fails and then later it succeeds. So I could call it obtained create log. I never wanted it to go away from where I was. Yep. I cannot remember anymore where I was. This is where I was. Now I can copy it, create shader resources, repeat the command, put the right thing here. Repeat it also in the header. And then the other one, I'm not sure where we are now, shader input. Yeah. There must be more of those. in pipeline factory, for example. Obtain create log, even that gets renamed now. How good is that? So here we wait until we obtain the create log, and then here I can make it. I'm going to run it as soon as I think it will work, because currently it's not working. Obtain create log, and this must be obtained some other log. mHave log is not set. I never added it, I guess. Pipeline factory. I need a name for that log. I'm gonna call it set layout binding log, okay? Why? All good coders use VI, which I use as an abbreviation for NeoVim, of course, but nobody uses VI anymore. You can use Vim. Yeah, I am ban. You can ban it? Ban as in it cannot join anymore? Please tell me how. Because if I click on the dots, I can do report, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, or I can make it a moderator. That's the only options I have. I cannot ban it. So I have another bot that kicks it out as soon as it sees this nickname, but that bot is slow, so it's not working basically. YouTube should be doing this. How hard can it be to just get rid of this account? I reported it 20 times, the first 20 times, and not doing it anymore. They don't do anything. So it compiled. Damn it, what was I doing? Bloody bot is also distracting me. Scammer bot. I don't believe it's spam. I think it's a scam. I'm still going to rename those other things. Okay, so I'm having this we can call obtained set layout binding lock. At least I know what that means. NeoVim. So now I want to replace, and now it jumps. I didn't even type anything yet. Don't you? I want to replace this with this. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Set layout binding lock. Definitely not what I wanted. Oh, right, like that. Yeah, absolutely wrong. Shit. Okay, and made a lot of wrong renames now. Should have done it manually. It's only just 3 places or so where it should be replaced, changed. Right, so I haven't obtained. In too many places now. Wow. I have to rename this back. Don't know anymore what it was. It was update missing descriptor sets. That is also wrong. Oh no, I didn't even add it before. So I don't have a backup. Sorry guys, I made a horrible mess of this renaming. Well, that was also not a smart thing to do. CTEX still had my old naming. Not anymore. Update missing descriptor sets was not declared in this scope. Yeah, that's right, because it should indeed be that one. This one, this is the most annoying. What was this before? Cannot believe I did not. Pipeline factory.cxx. I think I just did looked at it. Possible that that's not committed. There it is. Create shader resources. What it should be. Obtained create lock must be create shader resources in a lot of places. Maybe not that much places. Sometimes I wish I had multiple mouse buffers. I could just copy something with the mouse and then, I don't know, select in a menu which buffer I want to put it in. I'm pretty sure that the Neo bot is useless. I should write my own bot, run my own bot. It has an incredible lag. Oh, these are all okay. I need to add an X and I get more. Probably just this, right? So this is correct, this is correct, this is correct. And this is correct. So I just have to rename the pipeline factory states back, I think. Yeah. To in these files I want to replace these things with this, create shader resources. Wait, better not found. Why not? I guess I'm an idiot. Okay. And then I still have to implement using the lock boolean that I added to that one function. So we're passing have log, and if have log is true, then I want to redo all of this. And then set index, we just re-enter with the set index where we left off. We can also redo this. And then we enter here, and first shader resource is true, so then shader resource here is also correct. We can redo all of this and that and everything. And then we get here, and then we would call again this function, but this time I do not want that. I just want it to return false. Well, yeah, in progress must be false, and I don't want to call this. So we're doing have log and not have log, right? So if have log is true, then this is false, and in progress is going to be false. No, we do not call this. Okay, so that's worthy of a comment maybe. Already have the log, no need to call set binding. And it goddams. Disappointing. Only the task that owns the lock can unlock it. I guess, oh, now it works. Shit. No, not a race condition. After a while it crashes. Now let's write the output to file until it goes wrong. writing to a file apparently. Oh, there we are. Okay, I had a new trick. Less minus R to loop. And, big surprise, we have colors. Yay! That didn't work anymore in Vim, so yeah. Now, let's see what happened. So, if I jump to the end, see the same core dump here, which means that it thinks that we are not owning this task, right? While calling unlock descriptor sets. Oh, the other one is also core dumping. They're unlocking each other's mutex maybe. Yeah, how to debug this. They're running more or less at the same time, so that's maybe the reason that it goes wrong. No. No GUI like Unity shit at all. I mean, I could add it, but I'll probably die before I get to that. I mean, I'm 58, so if I die at 80, I think if I lived 100,000 years without getting old or sick, then I would say yes, because I think that is a good idea. I would eventually add it. But right now, definitely the idea is that you just code it in C++, no graphical things. But hey, you're free to join the project, and if 100 people join, then maybe within my lifetime we can add that. What is going wrong here? Shall I just start at the top, or shall I try to figure it out from the bottom, from the core dump? I must say this is not totally clear to me. Let's look at the first core dump, makes more sense maybe. It says entering, and then we have 2 pointers. This pointer is shader resource pointer, I think, yeah. And this is the running task usually, although, yeah, that would be the pipeline factory, but I doubt it. Maybe it's a window pointer. It's not really interesting for us. This is the M left buffer, uniform buffer. What this is, I have no idea. Maybe this is the task. It could be. This is the actual task, the pipeline factory. We could add more debug output here, and we can we see this be repeated. Then, like this pointer is owning it, and now that pointer is that task is trying to unlock it. It's not allowed. Yeah, it's a bit hard to reproduce, but I think adding a little bit more debug output for this line here makes sense. So if this is wrong, then I'm just going to core dump here while printing. Let's print it out. Is unequal task, which happens to be task. It would also be nice to have it in a debugger. Maybe should run a debugger here. And let's just print this as a notice. I can still write it to a file. Okay, what happened? What happened? Let's just try it again. What do you mean code theme? What the hell do you mean? What the fuck is this doing? This is the second time. I'm gonna run it without writing it to a file so I can see what's going on. Pipeline not available. That's another problem. Definitely also a problem. It's totally not working. That's what you have to conclude here. So okay, I'm just going to run this until I get my cordon back. I think it should happen at some point. Nope, no pipeline again. Seems we're not getting the core dump anymore. switches. Where is this? Nah, come on. And then we don't have a failure at all anymore. Okay, give up. I'm gonna have to do it with this one and without a debugger. This one locked up, more or less. Yeah, didn't end. So. Okay, here we have pipeline not available. That probably means that one of the factories never ended, which means that it just started to wait and never wake up again. And I want to know which pipeline factory, so I'm gonna look for how many pipeline factories we have, which is 2, I hope. And those things are called pipeline factory. Well, start is one thing. Set state. So here running state, pipeline factory start, that is one pointer. Let me launch a console so I can paste that in there. This looks like a different one. Running state, yeah, that's another one. So we have 2 of them, indeed. And then one of them will finish, and I think that is called pipeline factory done. Done. And we have only one of those, and that is this one. So the one that doesn't finish is this. Oops. This one doesn't finish. That looks random in the middle. Oh, it's created it. Okay. Returning task pointer. Thought that was a way to jump to the next highlight. What is it? Forward 1, backward, forward, half, screen left. Searching, yeah, there it is. Button N. Repeat previous searches with nth occurrence. Whatever, I just want to go to the next one. I don't want to type /return, I want to type a single key. resource. Okay, and not. I'll type /return. Run it, reset it, multiplex. No need to run, no need to run. Signal 2 fully initialized. Reset again. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. No, okay. So this code is bug free, so I'm just going with the flow. Initialize implementation, set state, factory start, run start. Create pipeline cache. Run, set state, initialize. Where do I want to go to? Probably a whole lot down. Still initialize. Pipeline, top multi-loop, for loop, while loop. Set state, create shader resources. Handle shader resource creation requests. Acquire, create lock. Lock, mutex already locked. Wait. Oh, it's waiting for the create lock. That's interesting. Okay. So it's trying to create which one? Trying to create one of the shader resources, and the other task is doing that. So it starts to wait. It has to wait, and then the question is, will it run again? Mutex is now held by. Okay, so here mutex is released by this task. That was the other task. And then it says the same mutex is now held by that one. I think I already know what it is. I think I know what it is. I think it's going to deadlock on the fact that it already has the lock. Did not add the same handling to the creation. Totally, absolutely, that's the problem. Pipeline create shader resources. Set state initialize. Yeah, okay. No. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, it is not logging up. That you skipped. Yeah, it is running again, indeed. Create shader resources, and that is skipped in this case. But that means it did not unlock. It did not unlock that mutex, so something is wrong here. Okay, so then we call this and initialize shader resources per set index. Set index is 3. The number of set index is 3. Running over all M required shader resources list shaders. What? List? Okay, now we can read it. sample texture, top buffer, left buffer, bottom buffer. Set state to update missing descriptor sets. Looking and searching for existing descriptor sets. Loop over all shader resources with index 0. Shader resource is sample texture, binding is 1. Shader resource corresponds with the descriptor set layout 23. Set layout binding is 23, binding 1. Lock set layout binding 23.1. Entering lock. Create node, mutex already locked. In progress, and then we call this new function that is split up. Updating, adding handles and unlocking, loop over set index 0 till, oh wait a minute, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's not what I want. Loop over all shader resources in reverse with index 0. Top buffer, found, sample texture, index 1, bottom buffer, found. No need to run. Yeah, I can keep debugging this, but let's fix whatever bugs I find, because maybe that is a bug. I want to go to that one. Initialize shader resources to set index. Next is update missing. Next, allocate. I have to pass the end here. I guess let's add here. set index end. Which would only work the first time, so yeah, we also need to begin. Set index begin. Should we write it like that? This is also wrong. If I call it should only do that last time. Well, so now I have to add a begin and an end. Wait a minute, this is M set index. And then here I'm passing the previous set index, I think. The previous set index then should really be initialized, I think it is. So it should be 0 the first time, and then if this is 0, there's actually no need to call this. So if set index is larger than M set index, we call this, otherwise we don't. Then we remember that the next time you have to start at set index. This looks like it works. Well, at least removed one bug. I thought I saw another bug. And I forgot what it was. Coco, yeah. I'm working on automatically generating descriptor set numbers and binding numbers. I've been doing that for way too long now. I don't know what the problem is, but it is not trivial, it seems. Okay, again, deadlocks. Yeah, let's write it to a file. That one worked. It's working better when we write it to a file, which is faster than... oh, now it goes wrong. Yeah, now we can start from the beginning. That doesn't work. I guess I can be smart and do pipeline factory done immediately. Not I have to just start at the top here. Okay, one and only one. Okay, that's nice. That means I need to find now. I have only one task pointer. Now I need to find the other task pointer. How am I doing that? In the end, I'll just have to look for pipeline factory start. Okay, then clearly this is now the one that doesn't stop. Okay, initialized top of a for loop, create shader resources, handle shader resources, acquire create log, no need to run, wait, yeah, already logged. Wait for obtained create log. So, and that's again going to skip the creation, I guess. Oh, I forgot to print the new function arguments. Anyway, so when it's unlocked, the mutex now held by the one that was first blocked starts running again, and we are running create shader resources, which does nothing, and then we go to handle. So it's the same as last time. Set task initialize shader resources per set index. Set index initialize being called. Shitty colors. Running over. I mean, I try to find 32 colors that are all different from each other, but these two are pretty damn close. Both orange. Let's see, what do you have? Texture top with a left buffer, bottom buffer set state update missing descriptor sets. Calling update missing descriptor sets. Looking and searching for existing descriptor sets. The loop over set index 0 to 3. Loop over all shader resources index 0. Binding 1, we found sample texture. Corresponds with 23. The key is that. Log set layout binding. And that results in, scroll up, mutex already locked, and that's in progress. So we wait until this signal, and that is here. Mutex now held by. Re-entering update missing descriptor sets. Looking and searching for existing descriptor sets. Again running from 0 to 3. Loop over all shader resource index 0. Again trying sample texture. Running 1. Sample layout not in progress. Found mutex and set handles for running over one descriptor set, incrementing count for descriptor set. You just find this one. Descriptor set and the binding 1 leads to having match true. Set existing descriptor sets to shader resource is and top buffer binding is 0. Also corresponds with set layout key binding is that. Found it again. Entering descriptor sets. Running over one descriptor set, set it again, and entering unlock. Oh, this is it tries to run the debugger, but I haven't seen any debugger. It's not locked. It's calling unlock on something that is not locked. That's why it crashes. Why is the debugger not running? Right, so maybe nothing changed. I just expected to pop up of a debugger window, but didn't see one. And I thought that things changed, but apparently they didn't. But the debugger's not started, so that's this looks like I'm having 2 windows open here. It's also pretty strange. Oh, loads of loads and loads and loads and loads. They're never closed. Well, what is below this? Just my desktop. No debugger. Okay, so why is it calling unlock in the first place? I'm not getting that. Oh wait, it's calling unlock because it found an existing descriptor set. It's not being very clear about that it found that, I have to say. Still have matches true. Existing descriptor set. Then we get top buffer. Correspond that. Okay. Still have matches true. And then bang, entering unlock. Well, okay, I guess it decided that it did find it, so we're not going to create it. Therefore, we have to unlock the lock that we got. Which kind of makes sense, I have to say. And that lock says we're not locked. Oh, I think I get it. Right, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm getting it. Let me see, that is in... No, I need to find back. So what normally happens is we call this, the lock succeeds, meaning that this returns true. And because it returned true, I'm setting debug have lock equal to task, which is just a debug variable. So you wonder why this is not in between. Oh, it is already. If CW debug, yeah. So this is debug code to begin with. And then if the same task calls unlock, then of course this is going to be equal. So this is false, and the third is not firing. And then when I unlock it, I set it to null. But what happens now is we call this and it fails, so it returns false. So we do not set this, so it remains at null, at the null pointer, as if nobody locked it. However, when the other task unlocks this mutex, we just get the mutex. And we are not re-entering at this point. I'm re-entering after the call to this function. So this is skipped. So we're going to need a new function to repeat this part. Let's call that set owner or something like that. Set have lock. set have log. Pass a task. Yeah, well, we must simulate re-entering this function at this point here, right after the mutex. And then also pretend that success was true. So we still have to execute this, including that. Now this is a debug function, it's only relevant during debugging. Let's add it to this class below log descriptor sets. So if we re-enter after the call to this function, then that's correct in the case that we have no debugging, because it's the same as re-entering at this point, immediately after this call. So let's have a look at where this is being called. Here, I guess. Okay, so it looks like we re-enter immediately after this point, right? Which returns. So really I am re-entering after this call. So now if have log is true, we do not enter this function, but we pretend that we did call it and we returned from it. Now how do we know we got there? Well, that we got here when this is true, right? So this must be true. Can might as well put it in there then. If have log, then we need to call the trailer function that I just added. So now we fixed the fact that we entered after this function instead of after the call to mutex.log. I'm using an ergonomic keyboard. I could show a picture, I guess. It's still not compiling. There's my phone. I'll make a picture. Oh, there it is. Hold on, picture coming. Oh, my phone is empty. Battery too low. I don't like that. Why is my phone suddenly empty? It's just laying here. No picture, sorry. Another time. Ask it tomorrow. Or maybe in half an hour. No, my phone is not empty anymore. Why is it not compiling here? Set have log. Error. There's no member set have log. I just added it, didn't I? Oh, this is base. What? Yeah, absolutely. When you're young, nobody takes you seriously. Doesn't matter how good you are. It's gonna take a while, and all that time you have to perform perfectly. Well, maybe if you're an absolute genius and there is some boss who sees it and he thinks, oh, I can use that guy to make money, then you might grow fast. Linux. Why? I don't know. It just is. Plan B says that's not serious. Oh, there was something else. I was going to say he asked in my opinion. What's the best to develop with in your opinion? But Plan B was talking about, I see in one other video high usage of CPU and GPU to do a simple triangle with 2000 frames per second. No idea what they are doing then. Ja, ik ben Nederlands. Why is it not compiling? Damn it. Yep, should this always exist? Yes, it should always exist, because we did it before. What was that? Oh, it looks like it's pointing to my comment. Set layout binding was not declared in this scope. Well, in that case we have to add it as well. And I'll just have to add all the debug output as well, right? I mean, you can't live without debug output. Right, we have to still pass the set layout binding. To wherever it is scrolled through. Yeah, no, then your nickname, that's exciting. It's almost a definition of a hype. People who, well, or he's a Democrat, of course, that's also possible. I know I'm still not finishing my sentences. I'm a bad person. Passing const to disqualifies. Have set lock. Set have lock is okay. I'm confused. You have to read it carefully. In member function. Shader input data update messages blah 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 blah. Now there is error passing. It is so horrible that the const is here. Passing vulkan shader builder resource base const as this argument discards qualifiers. Okay, I agree. Well, this one is called thread save const. Let's call this one then also thread save const. I'm not going to type it. Right. I don't know. What? it works. Yeah, ship it. Shall we run it again? Still works. Amazing. Okay, it core dumps. 3. 3 is a ... What was it? Pip second failed. Why? Clearly this task is calling lock set layout binding with this key. Which then calls lock descriptor sets, which calls lock, which turns out to be already locked. And then later here we get the mutex, and we run again. And we call set have lock, with the exact same key. Yep. And then it's telling me that it doesn't exist already. Set layout binding. Let's follow that. So it's calling it already locked, right? At this point it should already exist. I have no idea what's wrong, really. No idea at this moment. I mean, it should just work. This function is being called with this key on this shader resource. That better be the same shader resource later on. Must be. It's the first shader resource for I think the problem is that we are inside this loop here. Set index. It could be the problem. What happens if I set f-lock to false here? So we return again to the top of the set index, to the next set index. Then we don't have the lock. We only have the lock when we enter the first time. I could even already set it to false at the bottom of this loop, but well, in that case, in first shader resource is set to true, that causes us to set it to false, so then we never get here and we never look at have-lock. I'm using Arch. I don't know if it fixed this particular core dump, but it was a bug. No, still core dumping. Okay, so yeah, no, let's try it again. I'm assuming this is the same debug output. I'm just going to look at, well, am I assuming that? Yeah, it's the same core dump. Yeah, it's the same key here, and I'm guessing that this is that task was now held by, and here we have mutex already locked, and we're lock we call it, so it's the same thing. Okay, so we entering this function have log is true. No, have log is false. So we calling this function with the given set layout binding, which is used as a key. We take the right log on set layout bindings to handles for the current shader resource. It doesn't really matter what that is, but it is a map here, set layout bindings to HR mutex and set handles. And I'm doing in that map a try and place with that key. So now it exists. Period. I should not even do a try and place here. I should be doing a this is true when it succeeded to insert it. So it's the opposite. I should have a not here, I think. Let's have a look at map, standard map try and place. I think I was just mistaking in the value. Oops. Of that boolean. Standard map. Return value. Same as for in place. Not helping, or is it? Return value. Returns a pair consisting of an iterator and a bool denoting whether insertion took place. True if the insertion happened, false if it did not. So yes, that my assert was wrong. So I'm using try and place kind of like a find, and then I'm asserting that that it must find it. I think it's better to just use find to begin with. Find. It's not find. I clicked on it. Perp. No, doesn't want to do that. I have to click on find here. Here's find. That returns an iterator. Well, you can just search for the key. Now it's an iterator, and we're just going to search for the tree key. I mean, oops. Insert find. No more arguments. And then this becomes that is unequal and then we're returning per second. Set have log task. Yeah, Mr. Senpai, hi. Well, how often do I have to run it until I am satisfied that it now works? 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, oops, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube is recommending to watch this, really. Seriously. I mean, look at this. Well, it has pretty colors in it. I don't think it's one to core dump anymore. It's just working. Wait, what was that? I think I saw something, but probably was nothing, but still. And it's out of my scroll buffer. Oh well. Yeah, well, okay, it works. So, then we are back at me wanting it to fail because we swap left and bottom. That was still the objective. And how to do that? Let me think. I think it's not doing that anymore, actually. I'm now reusing the scriptor set handles if and only if they did bind to shader resources at the given binding point. But yeah, that's just one descriptor. The order of the descriptor sets is still undefined, I think. How can I enforce this to fail? Let's have a look at this function again. This is what it is about. How this is being filled. I'm honestly not really understanding why it succeeds all the time. Might have to do with the fact that I'm sorting those shader resources, oops, by pointer, and then maybe my malloc is totally reproducible. It just returns the same pointers when you run this program. Okay, I think that the first time that this function is called, nothing matters. It's just going to do what it does and it works. The only way to fail is the second time that it's being called. And I'm meaning this one. Create is just being skipped the second time. Initialize is doing interesting stuff. Initialize is finding a set index. I mean, the whole point was that this set binding map is insensitive to swapped descriptor sets when they have the same layout. And left and bottom have the same layout, so they should kind of randomly appear here. And that has to do with, I guess, whatever my set binding map is, right? So if I have a different set binding map, then I would get different set index here. And it would store the shader resources in different places. Okay, let's first start with forcing that. How can I find out what that is, how that works? Vulkan engine is a kind of game engine, so to keep it simple. I have to think. Take the resources with settings. Why is it not warning that I'm hiding the set indexing? Set index variable. It should be the same anyway. Okay, at some point I need to get the layout of these resources. Is it no longer needed or what? Apparently not. Yeah, this is not easy. This goes weeks back, weeks. I worked on other code weeks ago. This fills a set binding map. Yeah. I think I'm going to add here some deliberate randomness. So currently I'm always returning false here, right? That's what this thing does. If they're equal, then this one is not less than the other, and therefore return false. But essentially that means that the order of two things that are equal is not really determined. So the order should be random. Now what if I'm just going to return literally a random number here? Then we should get failures. Like a quarter of the time at least, maybe even half of the time. But pretty quick. And it's never easy to return a random number, but in this case let's go with the cheapest solution. It's just a boolean, right? So this guy is basing it on this guy seems to be saying sensible things. It's also upvoted twice. Oh, that's a lot. The rest is 0. Here's a srand time using grant. Yeah, oh, this one is upvoted the highest time, but he's using grant. Well, that might work for me as well, but let's go with what this first guy is saying. Random is better. Yeah, okay. L rent, N rent, no one knows the difference. Oh yeah. L rent is going to suffice, I guess. Let's return L rent mod 2. There's boolean. And the thing was defined in what? Now I really hope that it goes wrong. Because if it doesn't go wrong, then I still don't understand why it works. If it goes wrong, then I'm like, thought so. There is still something to fix. I like being right. There, I'm right. Before we could not get it to fail, and now I added this rand, it immediately fails. And my guess is that it's going to fail a nice Yeah, always. That's not what I expected. That should not happen. Damn it. Why? It should succeed sometimes. Arrgh. Was this the only thing I changed? What was the last thing I changed? Here. No, I had not expected that would fail 100% of the time. It's definitely not good. Uh-oh. Apparently it does. This works. Okay. Going completely paranoid here, but maybe that's the reason. But I did not return a boolean. Ah, it should be converted to a boolean. Well, maybe I'm not doing something wrong, because now it's randomly saying that two things that are equal while they must be equal, that they're wrong. That is, so it's not good. No, it's not good. I should make it depend on something else. Yeah, no, it's not good. Let's say if the binding number is equal, then I should return false. I think this is better. I mean, if it's really equal, then I don't know. Yeah, no. But it's an attempt. Maybe random wasn't the best. The random is probably not the best idea. It should be consistent in what it does. You cannot have that A is less than B and then later B is less than A. Later on. That might be pretty confusing for the computer. But hey, this one works. Let's hope that it fails now. Sometimes. Could be kidding me, right? I guess that the reason is that the binding number is simply not set at the moment it matters here. Nope. Failure again. Okay, I'll just keep it like this then. What I want is to randomly swap elements that are equal according to this compare if the binding number difference. The binding number? No, set number. No, the script is set layout binding as on doesn't have a set number. What? Doesn't have a set number. Ridiculous. Yeah, doing the wrong thing here. That was pure nonsense. Looking at the wrong vector. This is the one. This is the one. Set layout compare. Well, this is different. Let's try this one. Doesn't seem to do much. No, the other way around. If it's equal, I return false. Otherwise, we'll return a random number. Let's see if it's, maybe it works this time. I can't type. Okay, that's encouraging, but it keeps again doing it. Damn it! Nothing random about it. I think I'm gonna call it today and see if we can play a game of Risk. So yeah. Yeah, thank you for keeping me company, peoples, and I'm going to call it a day today. And maybe I will be able to make it fail again tomorrow. because I still don't believe that these vectors are filled in the correct order. They are, but just by coincidence, if you ask me. Bear, man, give me a bear hug. And an emotion. To click on here, and then we get another. Yeah, like this one. Oh, Unity Learning, thank you, man. Thank you so much. I feel that I hardly make any progress because I'm just stuck on the same function for a month or something like that. Well, I split the function up in 8 parts by now, but it's still the same function. Yeah, group hug. Okay, I'm going to play Risk, and hopefully I win now.